Okay guys, we are continuing solving these multi-step equations, and today we're going to introduce distributing. Okay? Make sure you write down your homework score. So first, I'd like to talk a little bit about what circumstances allow you to combine like terms. When do you need like terms? So, do you need like terms for addition? Yes. Oops, that's awful. Let me fix that. Yes, we need like terms for addition. How about division? Do you need like terms? Nope. Multiplication? Nope. Subtraction? Yes, we also need like terms in subtraction. So like terms are addition and subtraction requirements. So let's take a look at this problem. I've got the equation 3x plus 5 times the quantity x minus 1 is equal to 7 plus 2x. I'm going to pass out the foldables, and I would like you to copy exactly as you see here these parts onto your foldable. So notice the first tab has the problem on it. The second tab says distribute. The third tab says combine like terms. The fourth tab says move variables to one side. The fifth tab says move constants to the other side. And the sixth tab says divide by the coefficient or multiply by the denominator. Now, before you get busy writing all that, let's make sure you understand these words. You know what distribute is. You know what combine like terms is. You know what a variable is. Do you know what a constant is? A constant is a number that's all by itself. It doesn't have a variable. So add 6 might be a constant, subtract 7 might be a constant. Do you know what a coefficient is? A coefficient is a number in front of a variable. It could be the 2, it could be the -3. Okay? So fill out that foldable with those steps. Alright, now this is going to be the inside of your foldable. You're going to show, using these examples, these steps. So you might have room for both, you might only have room for one. So the first example, 3x plus 5 times the quantity x minus 1 equals 7 plus 2x. The first step is to do the distributive property. So, in that tab, I'd like you to write 3x plus 5x minus 5 equals 7 plus 2x. Write out the actual distribute. So you'll pull up this tab and you'll be writing above the word distribute this work here. Okay? Step 2, simplify each side of the equal sign. So I want to look at this side all by itself. Is there something I can simplify? Yes. I can do 3x plus 5x. So flip up the next tab and write 8x minus 5 equals 7 plus 2x. Can't do any more simplifying there. Flip up the next tab. Move variables to one side. I can make a choice here. I can either subtract 8x from both sides, or I could subtract 2x from both sides. I'm going to choose to subtract 2x because I don't like negatives. So on that next tab, I'm going to write minus 2x to both sides, and that will leave me with 6x minus 5 equals 7. Step 4, move constants to the other side. Is the adding or the subtracting. So this right here is my constant. To move it to the other side, I do the opposite operation. I'm adding 5. That leaves me with 6x equals 12. Now I'm dividing by the coefficient or multiplying by the denominator. The divide or multiply. Last step. Dividing both sides by 6. So x equals 2. We should always check our answers just so that we know that it's true. So I should be doing 3 times 2 plus 5 times 2 minus 1. We're running out of space here. 3 times 2 plus 5 times 2 minus 1 equals 7 plus 2 times 2. So both sides should be equal. So that gives me 6 plus 5 is equal to 7 plus 4. 11 equals 11. It works. All right, let's try another example. Some of you might not be loving the foldable. The most important thing is that now you have something that has each step written on it. Maybe next to the foldable, if you have space, you can write the next example, so you can see it all in order. So in example 2 here, I'm going to do step 1, which is distribute. There's nothing to distribute, so I move on to step 2, which is to simplify each side of the equal sign. I look at each side. Looks like it's simplified to me. I need to move the variables to one side, so I'm going to subtract 5c from both sides. That'll make that variable disappear. I'll be left with 8 equals 2c minus 2. Now I need to add or subtract. I'm adding 2 to both sides. Oops, I like using a different color. Adding 2 to both sides. That leaves me with 10 equals 2c. Now I'm doing multiply or divide. Divide both sides by 2. I get 5 equals c. Again, I should check my work. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 8 is 23. Does that equal 7 times 5 is 35 minus 2? Oops, did I do my math wrong? 5 times 5 is 25, plus 8, 33. Haha. 33. And 7 times 5 is 35 minus 2, 33. It works. All right, let's do another example. Maybe you should push pause and try these all by yourself. So remember, first step, I need to see if there's any distributing. Nope. Second step, simplify each side. Third step, move all variables to one side, so I can do that. Subtract 3f. That gives me 6f minus 6 equals 7. Add or subtract. That gives me 6f equals 13. Multiply or divide. Simplify your final answer, and you could check it if you want to. Try another example. All right, starting with distribute. What am I distributing? Well, I've got a bit of a mess here. I'm distributing a 5. That's easy. 15 plus 5z. And here I'm distributing a negative 1. That gives me negative 8z minus 9 equals negative 4z. Now I need to simplify each side. So looking at the left side here, I can see that I can combine 5z and negative 8z. That'll give me negative 3z. I can also combine 15 with negative 9. That'll give me 6. And on the right side, I still have negative 4z. Now I need all variables on one side, so I'm going to add 3z to the right side. That'll give me 6 equals negative 1z. Multiply or divide. So z equals negative 6. And remember again, I could check my answers if I wanted to. Alright, this one's a little bit scarier. It has a fraction in it. But thank goodness you have your handy dandy calculators. We need to distribute. 1/3 times 18 gives us 6. 1/3 times 12 gives us 4q. Oh, look at that. Fraction disappeared. Distribute the 6. 6 times 2 is 12. And 6 times 7 is negative 42. All variables on one side. That leaves me with 6 equals 8q minus 42. Add or subtract. That gives me 48 equals 8q. Multiply or divide. That gives me 6 equals q. Final answer. Hopefully you guys feel like you're getting the hang of this. Your homework is on MyMathLab. You need to show all your work in your notebook, and I'd like you to try to get 90% to get full credit on this assignment. Have a great night.